Hello guys, Irene here once again. This is to the ladies, especially the ladies who are actively dating and the ladies who are preparing for marriage. I have one question for you. Why do you spend money on a guy who has not married you yet? Why are you spending on a guy who is not your husband? Why are you buying them stuff? Why are you investing huge sums of money on somebody who is not your husband, on somebody who has not put a ring on that finger? Why are you burning yourself? You've got this issue of ladies spending money on potential husbands, not yet husband, potential husbands. There are this a crop of men in our generation right now that really ask for money. They just borrow money. You've just started dating, and this guy realized that this girl is earning well. This girl is living such a good life. This girl, she's just got herself together. She has everything running together in her life. And then boom, you start dating this guy, and then he start asking you for money. Please loan me 3K. I need to pay something. I'll return next week. Please pay for my rent this month. Or I have not been paid. Or my business is doing bad. Or I have a sick mom. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. All sorts of excuses. And you, because you want so much to be in a relationship, you end up taking your savings, lending this man money, not once, not twice. You keep doing it again and again and again. Why are you doing that? That is as equal as buying love. A man who wants to seriously date you, he will not ask you for money. Why would he ask you for money? Yet, he has his friends, he has his colleagues, he has his family members, he has his mom and dad, he has his extended family, he has his buddies. Why is he coming to you for money? And why are you so quick to give out your money? Why are you so quick to go and deplete yourself because you want this person to stick around? Because you want to buy love from this person? What are you trying to prove? Do you know this thing is eating up so many ladies and they're not willing to speak up? It is happening so much in our society. Women have been so empowered to the extent that they're making good money. Most women are employed. Most women are running successful businesses. Most women are building mansionettes and bungalows by themselves. They are their own financiers. Most women, especially career women, are scaling up the ladder, and they have great potential in doing great things. But where they are failing is that it comes to relationships. They are really failing. Why are they failing? Because they are this crop of men, who are after these successful career ladies, because they know these ladies, they are good moneyed, but they're desperate. He comes and tells you I love you twice or once, and you're on the floor. Oh, you're so much in love, and you forget to have common sense and just see things as they are. Some go to an extent of financing a man's education with their own money. You go and finance somebody to study, somebody who has not married you, somebody who's not your brother, somebody who's not your husband. If it is a husband, it is another different thing altogether. Now this is a boyfriend, or this is just a fiance. Why would you go to such an extent of spending huge sums of money on somebody who has not put a ring on your finger? Why are you desperate to that extent? Do you know there's somebody out here who will date you exactly as you are without asking for anything in return? These men ask you for money, you spend on them huge sums of money, you educate them, you set business up for them, you know, you pay their loans using your own security, because you have a good job, so you'll always get the money back, and some come with this thing that I'll pay you back, I'll pay you in installments. I'll make sure that if you give me such kind of money, I'm going to launch it in my business, and then it's going to be profitable. I'm going to be making profits. And then some of you go ahead and give 500,000, 1 million to set up a business for somebody who is a complete stranger. You've barely known each other a year. Why would you do that? Why would you go to such an extent? What are you trying to prove? Why are you so desperate? Why are you so desperate to be with a person who can ask you such sum of money, and you just go quickly, get it from your bank account and touch it? You don't even sign an agreement that I've given you this sum of money and I need it at this time. Even if there was an agreement, most people fail to pay. There are those men who do pay, but it's still very risky. Giving such kind of money to somebody who is not your husband, to somebody, who you're not committed to, that is desperation. A man who asks you for money in the first stages of your relationship, it is a big red flag. It is a big red flag whereby if such man shows up and senses the kind of life you're living comfortably, you're earning good money. Some ladies even have houses that they're getting rent from, so this money knows, as long as I stick around, I'm gonna eat good. I'm gonna eat good money from this lady. And they stick around and they get money from you and you give them. And when you realize that this money is not being paid back, you start bringing tantrums, you start you start being mad and angry. You see, they are not interested in having a solid relationship, or they're not looking forward to marry you. They want what you have, or they've realized you're way up here. I cannot settle down with you, but I've got to eat what you have. You have such a good life, and I wouldn't mind sticking around, but you're not fit for marriage because I'm not in your level. You're way up there, and I'm way down here, and there is no way we can match. They're not gonna leave. They're gonna eat your money, and you're willing to give it. You're willing to loan them this money without security. You're willing to loan them this money without thinking twice. And so what you get is so many career women are in scams. These are no relationships, they are a scam. Because if somebody loves you, they won't go to such an extent, wanting you to fund their lifestyle, wanting you to fund, to fund them, to fund their education, you to fund or what. So many excuses out there. It is a crop. There's a crop of men who do such, and they don't care. You give them money, and once you stop, they're gonna go to the next one, because now that supply has come to an end. So what they're gonna do is they're going to the next person, and they're gonna do the same thing until they get to a point whereby they say, I like this kind of girl, and they'll settle where they feel comfortable. Believe you me, a man can settle with a woman who has nothing, as long as the man feels like, I can do with this lady. We can think together, and we can, this lady is not above me, and I'm comfortable. It's not about your money. It's about who you really are. So don't think that you can buy somebody with your money. Don't think that you can impress somebody with your money so that they can settle down with you. Because that is a problem that we have in our current generation, whereby we have so many women who are empowered, so many women making good money, so many women scaling up the corporate ladder, so many women in businesses that are thriving. And then you have this crop of men who say, that is a very good lady. But you see, I'll stick around because she likes me. I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna eat her money as long as it takes. And as long as she's willing to give me, why shouldn't I stick around? So you should use your common sense. Don't spend money anyhowly. And if you're too generous, um, if you feel like, well, I can also spend a little bit, spend money that is not going to harm you. Spend money that is not going to hurt you. Just maybe randomly buy lunch, randomly maybe pay fare randomly, not all the time, just randomly out of a good gesture. Yeah. And if he's in a crisis and maybe you just feel like he has asked for your help and you need to help, just give the money that is not going to make you get into a crisis like 1,000 or 2,000. Just don't give somebody money that is going to put you in a crisis. Don't give somebody money that is going to change your lifestyle. Because if you've been living such kind of a lifestyle and then you start dishing money around, money that is not coming back, that is a crisis that you're putting up for yourself. Don't take a loan for somebody. Don't take a loan. There are some situations whereby they can get you jailed, whereby you've taken a loan and you're not paying. Especially if you're a business person, you can get repossessed. You can get yourself jailed because of a love triangle that went sour. So be very wise and be very careful. Don't spend anyhowly because you're in love. Use common sense. Use your head. Think twice. Somebody who asks you for money, it's a big red flag. It is a big red flag. A real man won't ask you for money. And if they're in a crisis and you just feel, I need to help, I just need to help this person, maybe what they're saying is true, don't give a money that is gonna hurt you. Just give money that you'll say, I helped where I could, but this is not something that can ruin, can keep me in a financial crisis, that can ruin me. Just help like a good Samaritan. But just don't go to an extent of taking a big loan for a person who can get you jailed, and they couldn't care much less about you, what you think, or how your life is gonna be, simply because you are in love, simply because you felt like, I'm so in love with this person, I can't live without him. There's so many people out there who are good. Just don't tie yourself to a crisis. Don't tie yourself to somebody who's gonna ruin the rest of your life. Don't tie yourself to somebody who's gonna make you sour. Thank you guys. Bye.